Hello everyone, my name is Joe Welches from Colonial RV, and today we have a special treat for you, another certified pre-owned video. This is the 2022 Pleasure-Way Tofino. So this RV represents a really interesting and cool segment of the Class B RV market. This is built on a Ram ProMaster 1500 chassis. It is only 17 feet and 9 inches long, roughly 7 feet and 6 inches wide, and because of the low profile roof, we're actually only as tall as about 8 feet and I want to say 6 inches, which is incredible. That means we can still get into parking structures, we can still kind of blend in with traffic, we look significantly less like an RV, almost like a stealth camper van. So this rooftop tent here, with it down, also houses a couple of our really cool options up there. We've got a roof rack, and we have 200 watts of solar. And this is only a 136-inch wheelbase. This is super maneuverable. This represents almost a daily driver. I've actually met quite a few RVers in the Class B segment, and we've sold 3 or 4 RVs with this same type allotment. We can sleep 4. We have no roof AC up there to show that this is an AC, or an RV, excuse me. And we don't have a bathroom or a black tank on board, which is attractive to a lot of first-time RVers. Sometimes you don't want to have to start immediately dealing with that. And of course, there are campgrounds that have really beautiful facilities that you can use instead. So jumping right into the exterior features that make me love this RV and consider it as a daily driver, right here on below, basically, our sliding door, and right next to our runner step here, I've got a low pressure propane port, and then this, of course, is the fill for our propane on board. This guy, of course, if I'm running like an outdoor grill, a Weber, a Blackstone, I don't need to have a regulator for that propane tank in line because I have the regulator that's on board with the RV. And it's nice to have that, so if we're cooking, tailgating at an event, and we also have 110 power. And we don't need to be plugged in for the outlets to run because we do have an inverter on board. And we have a full lithium battery power bank here and 200 watts of solar to keep it going, and not a significant amount of parasitic draws inside. And of course we have our light over our entry here, and we do have a bug screen so we can keep the air coming in but keep the bugs out. So do love to see all these nice little features here. And this is a magnetic catch, so I don't have to worry about a dog or a child running through my screen and negatively impacting it. And going to the rear of the RV here, it's really cool to see this large storage bay. And of course, we've got a screen back here as well to let that air pass through. We do have a little hidden storage for a sewer hose, but like I said, we've got no black tank on board. We actually have an 8-gallon gray tank that's really just hooked up to our kitchen sink there. I do have one other water outlet. I've got this spray port that's of course just a quick connect and pressurizes right there. And it's a normal 1/2-inch fitting if I want to put on a garden hose or a sprayer like we see here. And this of course does have a 30-amp hookup to charge those batteries and to run any of the appliances that you're going to plug into the outlets here. And it's also cool to see we have these really well done front cab shade blinders. These are nice and thick to kind of give you that thermal barrier, because of course the first place for air and heat to escape is going to be our front windshield on this Class B van here. And then I've got net storage on either side. We actually have this support bar that moves one step further here, drops into our bed construction. And then I actually have that rear cushion for the bed that houses right up here nice into this felt where the LED lights are visible. And so pulling this out, making this couch into a bed is very easy. And we have 2 seat belts back here, 2 up front, so we can sleep 2 down below and 2 up top. That's so fantastic. And when we get inside, I'm gonna talk about those bed sizes. And right here, I actually have our AC panel. Everything clearly labeled, looks just like what you're familiar with at home. It's nice to see this, and ideally we'll never have to come in here, but if we're trying to run multiple appliances off of a 15-amp circuit, we might trip a breaker, and we'll just go here to inspect that. And then it's nice to see we do have an aluminum ladder back here. You could always take this out if you're gonna use the storage area back there, but if you wanna get up top, get to your roof rack, get to your solar panels to clean them, it's awesome to see that you already have that ladder there. And real quick, not to make you get too low here, but of course we can tow 3,500 pounds or have a max vertical load of 350. We've got a 4-pin if we're going to tow some jet skis, some off-road vehicles, as well as a 7-pin if we're going to tow a trailer with a charge line and brakes. And something so unique that you don't see on every RV is we do have a spare tire underneath this Pleasure-Way Tofino. A lot of times using a commercial chassis, we have to put a generator or some batteries here, but you can clearly see we've got a nice conditioned spare. And of course, just ahead of that is our mounted propane tank underneath. So moving along to our side here, just a few things to talk about really. There is a Truma VarioHeat furnace on board. So of course with that propane tank underneath, we're just sipping a little bit of propane, heating the coach, and it's such a small space that it's gonna fill with warmth very quickly. And this is more of a temperate heat than a forced air heat, which is one of the things I love about it. And we do have a freshwater fill right here, just a gravity fill cap behind the lock door. This is a 16-gallon fresh tank. So we're actually bringing a significant amount of water if we're running our spray port or if we're just running that sink inside. And then that's our hookup for our gray tank. One last time, I'm gonna say it, no black tank on board, no smelly odors. This is just sink water, and it's easy enough to leave that open and hooked to your drain because we're not gonna have any debris building up in that tank. And then to the left here, you can see we've got our city water connection, so we can just run off a pressurized hose connection, our 30-amp hookup for charging and running our outlets, and a propane on and off switch here on the side of the coach. So if you're trying to shut it off for bridges, tunnels, we just have that quick access on the exterior. You can show anybody who's already up here at your driver's side door that the propane is shut off. And right here's my fuel fill. Regular gasoline is completely fine. And this guy gets somewhere between 18 to 22 miles per gallon, which is absolutely insane. Little V6 motor from Ram, and I've got a V8 that only gets me about 17 miles per gallon. So honestly, this could be a more economical daily driver for less than the price of a new truck nowadays or a SUV with third row seating. So thanks for letting me ramble so much about the exterior. Let's step inside. So of course, the first thing to talk about in the interior is this Sunbrella-based rooftop tent up here. So we have roughly 49 by 72 inches of bed space up top, and then we've got 3 windows all around the interior. So of course we can see out the front here, and we do have a screen air pathway across either side. So beautiful conditions in the morning when we get that cross breeze, and then when we come down, also, it's important to note we have LED lighting and USB charging up there. But then in our kitchen area here, I've got this beautiful basin sink running off that 16-gallon fresh tank or our city water connection. I have an induction cook plate here that's going to run off our inverter when we have it running. And I have a separate reset here than from my GFCI circuit. So it's really nice to see we've got that protected power and USB power just below that induction cook plate. And one of my favorite things to see, a 12-volt compressor-driven fridge. So this is more than maintained just by the solar when we have this parked outside. And it's nice that if we're tailgating or just using this as a daily driver, we can stop, comfortably enjoy lunch. And I've got this nice, currently Velcroed in place, table and pedestal here. So whether I need more prep space in the kitchen or I want to rotate my front seats to dine or use my back, we've got this nice pedestal stable that also sets up and is incredibly light. So if we're loading a ton of gear, I don't have to worry about the fact that I've got a heavy table in the interior. And my tabletop is just housed just behind the driver here. Nice and easy to set up and enjoy the space. And so also I've got a ton of storage here underneath the sink. We've got some vents for our Truma VarioHeat. And of course, carbon monoxide sniffer here, and more storage here at the back of the bench. Freedom X inverter controls right here, so I can see if I'm running off my battery power, I'm gonna give power to my outlets. I can see how much wattage I'm using. And then up top, I have even more controls through a nice touchscreen. And I can shut off this backlight when I'm going to sleep. I have access to all my settings, changing as well as checking diagnostic information. Fantastic to see. This is a Firefly system, so I can check my software, update, go through all our temperatures, our monitoring status. And I have control over every light, my heat system, my water pump, and I have monitoring on that fresh and gray tank. Also, our solar charger has been incorporated here, so I can check our panel voltage. As soon as there's a 5-volt difference between our panel volts and our battery voltage, as long as we're not topped off completely, you're gonna see that charge, and it's gonna let us know the condition right there. Really fantastic to see. And then we also have our battery percentage. So this is monitoring those lithium batteries, telling me right now with what we're running, we have 3 days and 6 hours remaining. Isn't that incredible? And of course, as I plug in different appliances, whether it's fans, air, whatever I'm bringing along, I can see that time remaining adjust accordingly. So really, really cool to see. And 2 belts back here. So obviously we can have 2 passengers. And when we want to make this into a bed, of course, I just push my seat belts through. I'd free up my top cushion here, and this would slide into my back support that we have set up. So just pushes right over. And then this makes obviously a 54 by 72 inch bed. Really incredible. And so of course I can dim, adjust my lights, shut them on and off. Got storage on either side and such a large storage bay behind. And so I also want to talk about a few things up in the cab area. So let me have you join me up there. So in the front of the 1500 ProMaster cab, back in 22 is where we first started seeing some really cool features like this full-time running rear camera that I can also drop down in a mirror if I have to look at the kids in the back. Of course, very comfortable air diagnostics on board. And it's really interesting that we do have TomTom navigation through this radio cluster up here. There's times that I'm talking to customers about this and they go, oh, was the exact same system I had in my Jeep a few years back. So it's cool to see that. It's cool to see that we can still, of course, hook up our phone to this system, use our navigation apps if we don't want to use that TomTom. And of course, we can listen to our audio over the radio as well. And we do have, despite the size, tow haul here. We have heated as well as blind spot monitoring in our mirrors, and these guys fold in and are electronically adjustable. We've got, of course, just switches for locking, unlocking, all of our interior. We have electronic stability control that we can switch off, marker lamps, and we have plenty of room for added accessories with our dummy switches on the left. I've seen KC lights, I've seen winches. It's interesting to see what people will do to make the RV their own. But right here, we're already starting with such a fantastic profile. And like I mentioned before, both of our seats, of course, are gonna rotate into the interior so we can dine 4 across the aisle here. And of course, we could be cooking outside, we could be cooking inside with the Induction cook plate. Something awesome about this is I've met quite a few RVers with this type segment RV where they do use it as their daily driver. So I can say the most mileage that I have seen on a 1500 chassis is 130,000 miles. It was actually a couple years older than this model here, the one that I had seen, and this model only has 18,600 miles. So not too much use for the age. Of course, here at Colonial, we're gonna run through the oil, we're gonna run all the systems to test it, and we're gonna show you it working if we're lucky enough to earn your business and have you here at the dealership. So thank you so much for watching. Any questions at all that you have, please reach out to us here at Colonial RV, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next Colonial RV video.